no Minnesota kids. Obviously, you just went on your list, and
Yeah,
Minnesota kids
absolutely.
were next.
No, again, as I've said, we're not trying to draft players from any particular place. We're trying to draft the best players, and there were several Minnesota players we liked, but just the way the draft broke, we weren't able to call any names.
Okay.
Overall, you happy with the selections and how things went down?
Yeah, again, the scouts are more familiar with the players than I am, but based on our list and based on the assessments that were given about the players, it seems like they're very happy. We, 3 second-round picks is always it's always a great opportunity to add talent quickly. We got our first 4 picks are all very competitive people, and I think that's the exciting thing for me.
You were able to Los Angeles looking to upgrade the team. You added prospects, but no real immediate upgrade.
No, and I don't think many teams did. Just one of those years. We worked phones to try to look at different opportunities, and for various reasons, nothing broke for us. But again, as I've said repeatedly, we like our team. We have a real good group of players, and this week to me was always about adding prospects, and again, we were able to add 4 players, I think in the first 59, if I'm not mistaken, and that's terrific. Obviously, the best players are usually at the top of the draft, and to have 4 in that range should bode well for our future.
So this is really just step one, though, between now and the season. You still want to do some moving here and there and try to add some.
Well, I'm always looking to make our team better, and there's no artificial deadlines or pressures in terms of how I view things, and if we can make our team better, we will. But you can't force things in this game. That's how you make mistakes. So, but the whole focus of this week was to add prospects, and we did. We added some good hockey players, and the future comes soon. That's all I know. And we added 4 quality forwards, and in the first 2 rounds, and that's really exciting.
So do you know, are you guys more you mentioned last week that if you can't find long-term solutions now via trade, that you'll have to look for short-term solutions in free agency. Is that the focus now, or are there still opportunities to maybe there are trades?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'll continue to have discussions with a few different managers around the league, and obviously we've prepared a free agency wish list, and we'll just see what happens here the next week. I mean, things happen quickly over the next week or two, so we'll certainly look for the best solutions we can.
Brent said you didn't get up from the table because you're still looking to try and make some kind of move right now. Is that true?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Don't believe everything Brent says. No, I mean, there's lots of conversations that happen here, but we'll see. There's nothing imminent today, and but it was again, I keep harping on it, but I don't want the focus to get away from the importance of this draft. This draft is, in my opinion, critically important for our future success, and if you don't have good young players in your system, you cannot win, no matter what you do in the short term. So this was a very good day for our franchise.
If the cupboard was bare before, it's not bare any longer, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it was quite bare. I think we needed to restock it a bit, and replenish it might be a better term. It certainly wasn't bare. I think Guy and Paul and the group had again found some good hockey players, and Marco Scandella in the 2nd round, Clutterbuck in the 3rd round, Allman I think was a 5th rounder. Those are very good picks for us, but we just needed more, and we added more today, and so our future's certainly brighter.
Do you feel like right now that from your standpoint, that trades weren't made because of what's going on in the league, or is it because of how you mentioned a couple of weeks ago that maybe some guys in your team are undervalued right now? And you're not getting what you want from them?
I don't think it was specific to our team at all. You could see the lack of activity here, and I'm not sure. I think one of the big reasons is there's not a lot of money left in the system. Mm-hmm. When you really look at the dollars already committed to players, it doesn't leave a lot of dollars left, and teams have an opportunity to add players a week from now without giving up assets, and so most of the opportunities seemed to be if you took on money, you might be able to get a player. But teams did not want to give up draft picks, and teams did not want to add money. Those are the two themes that I could see. And maybe once we get through the first week of free agency and the top players come off the free agent board, and teams may reassess and may be more open for trades. But I'm just speculating. This is completely new territory from my past experiences.
And it's not even just the teams topped out, right? I mean, there are teams that are well under the cap that just can't spend. I mean, the floor is $23 million more than it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, the floor is $4 million more than what the cap was when we came out of the lockout. But, I can't speak for every team, but certainly there's a lot of budget teams in our league, teams that are anywhere from 5 to 16 million under the cap. So, there's not a lot of money left in the system. I mean, there'll be some money for some of the best players, but I think teams are just being patient, and we've just seen over the last 12 months in particular that teams are very reluctant to part with draft picks as well. So, it's just, I don't know if it's because, I don't know why it is, but it just, it certainly has evolved from the first year out of the lockout to now. There's been an evolution in thinking from managers.
So you think there'll be less spending on July 1st because of that?
I don't know. I think the top players always seem to get money. Last year, starting with July 2nd, it really slowed down.
Right.
And I could definitely foresee players waiting until late July, even mid-August, to make a decision. If the money isn't as high as maybe what they had wanted, maybe players will be pickier as to where they go and shop themselves a little slower than maybe we've seen in the past. So I could certainly see teams signing guys in mid-July to mid-August, where it seemed like the first couple of years in the system, July 1, July 2, July 3 was heavy shopping, and then a lot of teams were done. But I think last summer was the first summer we saw teams wait, and I think you'll see more of that.